Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games from the Game Pass collection, bringing you 3 unique perspectives from varying skill range. I am the ringleader of this episode, Andrew. With me are pain in the ass, Keith.
Rude. Hello.
And the one I love so much, I put a ring on it, Liz.
Hey guys.
And this week was another Keith pick.
Ish.
I don't know why we let him do 2 in a row. But we played Ring of Pain, which is a roguelike card game where you are playing a person where you are playing a unknown person who wakes up in a mysterious place and is being helped by a suspicious creature trying to guide you through the maze to get to the end to light the candle. Going around, for me, I am barely giving this a game. It just crosses the line where I would recommend it.
Is it because you're sick of roguelikes?
Yes. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it is by twice different studios. I forgot to give the studio credit. There we go. But yes, I think I am getting sick of roguelikes. I apologize to our listeners. I don't want to be known as the roguelike podcast, Keith, but we keep getting them. So we do have some big games coming up, but with the holidays, we're limited on time. So we've kind of been doing these easier games. So we do have some bigger games coming up soon that we had some listener requests on. Anyway, Keith, was this a gamer pass for you?
So
I'm already all over the place.
At no point was I ever like, I love this game. Like it was never a Hades. It was never a Curse of the Dead Gods. Any of those type of games, or even like a Slay the Spire. But there was something about it that hooked me. Like right away, I was like, I like this. This is fun. I'll play this. The more and more I've played it, a lot of the things that I think I liked about it now annoy me about it. But it is still a game. I don't know how much of a game anymore.
For me, it's a game. The one big frustrating thing is that I want more with the story. Like you have these like riddles and stuff, but I haven't beaten the game, so I don't really know. And there really isn't much online either. And so I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm missing out. But I think it's a lot of fun. I think at this point, I'm kind of getting a little sick of it. But I think it's very relaxing.
Yeah. So getting into the story first, the story actually intrigued me because it's very mysterious. You know nothing. You wake up, you're fighting these creatures, then this weird bird creature shows up and he's like, I'm going to help you get to the end. You need to light the candle and fix, the world. But the world's also his nest. There's just a lot of mystery because you have 2 main characters. You have Owl, the bird that is helping you, and then the Darkness, which is this weird amorphous shadow that just whispers you. And each of them are telling you something conflicting. So you got to figure out who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. Overall, I thought the story first was like really cool, but I wasn't getting too much of it. Yeah.
And then also when you go to like their rooms, you can ask them a question, but you're getting like the same string of questions after you've played long enough and you're not really getting anywhere.
No definitive answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was kind of my issue with it. I kind of just got to a point I stopped even going to those rooms unless I like needed healing. I would go to the Owl room sometimes, but outside of that, I kind of just avoided them because I was like, oh yeah, I've read all the dialogue, and I don't think it even occurred to me that they were conflicting with each other. I was just like, oh cool, you're saying some cryptic things, and I kind of moved past them.
The Darkness tells you not to trust the Owl at one point, and so for me, like,
and the Owl says, don't trust the Darkness.
Yeah, and so for me, it was frustrating when it's like I have no answers, and I don't want to keep playing.
So I have some theories.
Okay.
So the main character that you interact with, Owl. Now, his name is Owl. Now, Owl spelled backwards is Liwo, which is a perfect example as to I have no idea what's going on in the story.
What?
No, I've actually tried Googling, like, he's just shaking his head. I've actually tried Googling, like, what the lore is going on in this story. And I found a Reddit thread, and some people like some interesting theories that the game is kind of about mental health and self-doubt. Like, Owl is actually like this, he seems like he's someone supporting you, but he's actually keeping you within the ring. So he's kind of someone who you think is like a friend who is actually, good in your life, but he's actually the main cause of your destruction. And, these creatures you're fighting are your manifestations of like self-doubt and depression.
Well, they say that you created them, I think, at some point.
So I think that's where it's, the Ring of Pain, because it's like a vicious cycle of depression of like you just not breaking the cycle and getting out and and changing your habits.
That's kind of interesting. I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
Does it ever really define what you are? Like, I know you're picking up
Not that I can see.
weapons and items that would give you like humanoid form, I guess, but
Yeah.
they never really define what you are or who you are. You just kind of exist. You wake up there and you just start fighting. And that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I assume you're some sort of human. Yeah, as you said, because the equipment you have boots, pants, armor, gloves, a mask, a hat. So like, yeah, you got to obviously look like some sort of human. But I'm guessing once again that you also are like in imageless form because one of your equipment slots is a mask, and so I think you're putting on a different face to represent you, whatever the mask is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so the story, I think the story's cool. I loved the mystery of it. I just hate, like, I always like when a game, lets you interpret things as you want, but I wish it just gave me a little more direction. I like things being a mystery, but I also want to know some things.
And then I also wonder how much is at the end. Like, if I'm playing this game, because I feel like I've been playing it longer because I do want that ending, and I wonder if it's going to disappoint me or not. Like, is it actually going to reveal everything, or is it just going to be kind of open-ended?
I've gotten to the final boss twice, and it's still pretty mysterious to me. I wasn't able to beat it because I too also got pretty annoyed and frustrated because as far as the gameplay goes, this game is hard. It's not so much hard as it's just punishing.
Yeah.
See, I feel like it can be, if you have everything going good for you, like I kind of had my own like setup where I would try to do like focus on damage and shield and stuff, and I feel like it would feel really easy until the very end, and then it was just way too many enemies that were way too tough. So I feel like it went from like 0 to 100, and that's why I lost, because I got to the boss is an actual creature.
Yeah.
So I got to the room before the boss then, a bunch of times. So it was really frustrating where and not that the game was cheating, but when I had I was really successful, and then all of a sudden like the last room was just like 1,000 times harder. I'm like, that just sucks.
Yeah, this game, I don't even think I could say it has like difficulty spikes in the gameplay. I guess we're going into gameplay, which is fine.
It has difficulty cliffs.
And it's really for no rhyme or reason. It could happen in the very first room. It could happen in the 12th room. All of a sudden, you just hit these weird spots where just everything is way too hard. And so, is there really much of a tutorial? Because I don't remember. I remember kind of spending the first couple minutes like not really knowing how to attack, what I was trying to do. You just, again, kind of...
I think you have to turn it on. Because I didn't really have a tutorial, and the first 5 minutes I found very confusing, and then it was easy. But I think then I saw later on it you can turn on the tutorial.
Yeah, when you start the game, underneath where it says like play, underneath it says with tutorials, and you can click that box.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Maybe that's my problem then, I will say. I mean, the nice thing about it, though, is that the gameplay is ultimately very simple. It's you have two options of a card in front of you or something you can click on and select, and you can either attack it or not attack it and try to move past it. Like, it's overall very simplistic gameplay, and I think that's one of the things that I think I like so much and why I get so hooked into it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
To give a quick description of the gameplay, I'm going to do a terrible job because this game's honestly kind of hard to explain. But it is a card game where the cards are lined up in a circle, and as Keith said, you are facing two cards. They could range from being an enemy, an item, a stat upgrade, or an exit, and you get to pick what you want to do. The game is a turn-based game, so you can decide, I'm going to attack, or I'm going to try to run, or I'm going to move, or I'm going to pick up this item. And the game plays kind of similar to an RPG. You have, basic stats, your attack, your defense, your speed, and your clarity, which is kind of like luck. And then you have equipment slots. And essentially you are trying to build up your character, fight stronger monsters, get souls, which is the currency, and get to the end.
Yeah, I like that the game, everything is clearly labeled when you hover over it. I hate games like this where you kind of don't really know what something's doing. And so you can hover over like what the different stats are, the
Yeah.
equipment that you have, and when you're going to change equipment, it tells you like what's going to go down, what's going to go up. So I love that it was all clearly labeled for me.
Yeah. This game originally was a PC game, but it just recently got ported over to consoles. And I think the port is really good.
So do you think that there's really only like one or a couple ways to actually play the game to win? Like,
What do you mean? Like, is there multiple endings?
no, like your actual like gameplay method. Like, do you think like maybe the only way to win is to go like crazy into weapons or?
Yes.
Because I feel like at the end, like I said, like
Jesus
that
Christ.
cliff is just like so insane. I feel like I would have to have focused all on like weapon strength. Like I just feel like there has to be a method.
So the funny thing is you actually, I'm pretty sure got farther than I did, Liz, because I think the highest room I ever hit was 13.
Yeah, I gotta say, Liz actually is probably the best at this game than any of us.
Yeah, so it's
like Liz actually got farther than me. Like on her third try, she got to like room 12 of 16, and I was like, "Holy crap! I've only been to like 8."
yeah, because one thing we didn't point out, this is something that I don't know, I guess if it doesn't make it roguelike in some ways or whatnot, but it's one of the few types of its genre that there's absolutely no benefits that you can get like that are permanent. Everything is run.
That's not true.
No?
You unlock new items.
Yeah, but ultimately then you just randomly pick them up, but you also randomly unlock them, right? So like
Yeah. So I guess there's no buffs. I guess is what you're saying.
yeah, there's nothing that's like, oh, okay, you start with 5 extra health going into the dungeon next time or into the ring next time. Everything is a new run every single time you start. So you could ultimately beat this game on the first run or your 100th run, and it really doesn't make any difference outside of how many times you played it. But yeah, I think that's pretty impressive, Liz. Honestly, like I struggle because the stinking explosives. Like I don't know if I get too cocky and I just start to move too quickly sometimes. But like I'll have a really good build to me. I'm like I can take on anything, and then all of a sudden I'm just like don't realize that I'm gonna take a kill hit and die.
I feel like it takes me a long time with each run though. So, I mean...
Well, yeah, because that's how you play an indie game. You're actually slow and methodical, and you think out your turns. Like, I don't. I'm just like, click, 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 click. Oh, I died.
Yeah, there's sometimes, too, where, like, you can see all the cards and stuff, and when I get those, sometimes I look at the room and I'm just like, it is not worth it for me to keep going,
Yeah.
and I just leave early. But there's also some rounds where, like, I knew with the first room, I was like, nope. And then you can just hit restart, which is amazing. Because there were sometimes I started that and I was just like, no, I'm going to die.
Yeah, this is my biggest complaint with Ring of Pain. I felt like it was way too heavy reliant on the random number generator. Like, as Keith's saying, like, there's no, like, everything's procedurally generated, so the map will keep changing and the layout keeps changing. But yeah, there's sometimes, on the very first room, you're either fighting rats or hounds. And, you know, the rats are super easy to kill, just 2 hits. The hounds will take, like, 3, but can usually kill you in a couple hits. And there's a couple times I've played where I literally have all hounds in the very first room. So it's like I was destined to fail. And that's one thing I don't like about Ring of Pain. To me, it didn't feel like it was skill-based. Like, it felt like it was more luck than it was skill. And I hate when a game does that.
Hard to get, like, a power combo. Like, you can get, like, a weapon that says, oh, it does this if you have if you freeze somebody.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But it was really hard to kind of get a bunch of freeze items. Like, I don't even know how many there were. But I did feel... like it was a bit too random. I agree with that.
Yeah, because the items have sets. You know, there's a sneaky set, there's a poison set, there's a petrified set, there's a freeze set. But in order for those sets to really work and form, you need to have multiple pieces of that set. But there's so many items, it was hard to be like, oh, I'm going to keep working until I get the set and be able to create the set.
Now I am curious, how often did you use the reroll function in this?
A good amount.
Because not like I got what I wanted by any means. Like if I wasn't trying to look for specific items, typically I just was looking for like, oh, I actually have 2 items of these slots. Maybe I'll just try to re-roll and get something new. And usually it worked out pretty decently. But
Yeah. But it costs money to do that, which is also frustrating.
A lot of times it was 0 though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it was cheap or if it was 0. And then I also got frustrated too because I felt like the chests in the game, like I unlocked one of the gold ones. I didn't think that they never were what I wanted. But then when you go to that room and you can buy them, those were always great. And I always like just kept spending my money in the ring knowing that I shouldn't.
Oh, it's so tempting. It's that FOMO when you're just like, well, I don't know. I have the 40 and the next room isn't going to be one that I spend money on. So I'll probably be able to get that money back. So you just spend it because you don't want to leave behind that one chest in the room. And it's so worthless. Yeah. It's like 2 jars and you already have a full jar of the one you want. Like, great. I have no need for this.
It pulls on the gambler inside you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I also, the rooms that you can pick, like sometimes there'll be like a skull above it, or there's different ones, and they all were terrible. And I'd be like, I haven't tried that one, and it's probably going to be really bad. And then I go in and it's all just super strong enemies. And I'm like, I knew it. And then they have like the ones that chase you, and then there's some that you can't move around. And that's like the main reason why I died like towards the end. A lot where you'd get 2 of those that you couldn't go by, and they were so strong.
Yeah, and they're closing in on you and eventually crush you.
And I could kill one, but
you actually killed one?
I think it was that one. I could be
They have
wrong.
like 160 health.
I know the one that I killed at least 100. I was really impressed with it because it was really. But you know what it was? I had the parry, and I kept like parrying, and then you can also have like the freeze and stuff.
Yeah. You actually killed it. Holy crap. You
I don't know if it was that one, but it was the one that had at least 100.
Yeah. You have like 100 something health, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember if it was that one or another one. But yeah, those ones killed me a lot.
You were able to kill that and still not beat the game?
Like I said, I don't know if it was that one. I know it was over 100. I thought it was, but I could be wrong.
I think there is side rooms that you can go into that have those in there. I could be wrong. And I think they only have like 100, but the ones that you're talking about, Andrew, might have more health. All I know is that, I think I got a couple runs where I was in like the 40s for attack. Like I was hitting pretty much everything for one hit kill, but still it would always come down to the explosions. Like you were talking about sometimes this gameplay being almost unnecessarily hard, and the explosions were the ones that absolutely drove me bonkers in the gameplay.
Oh, see, for me it was the poison.
Yeah, poison always got me.
The blasters, like the explosions, I would always try to like line them up and just like get rid of 3 at a time. There was a couple times that Andrew saw me mess up, like I wasn't even thinking. But sometimes it would work for me because it hurts the other enemies too, right?
Sure, no, you can move away from them, but if they're coming at you from say both sides, or you're already kind of at a low health in that area, there's like, if there was a way that you could prevent them from exploding, like if you did like a certain amount of damage or something along those lines, it would be nice. Because then you had the exploding ones that also exploded poison, and those ones got me especially bad. So basically that's why I never beat this game, because I would always just run into like one of those things, or just all of a sudden you run into a room where everything has like 75 health and hits like a truck. Like, yeah. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I guess this is the end of my run now.
And it was the worst when you were doing really well, and you're like, I got this, and then you don't got this.
Yeah, it's just
you don't.
They all have like 25 speed, 30 attack damage, and 20 armor. You're just like, all right, well, I guess I'll just die here.
For me, my biggest killer was the Bane snakes, the little snakes. They didn't have much health, but they bite you once, and like they give you so much poison damage that it would always kill me. Mm-hmm. But my last run, I actually had over 60 attack, and I got the achievement for it.
Dang.
And I still lost. I still end up going against a creature that just one hit you, and that's it. It's like, all right, well, that's depressing. So I will say it's at least nice that this game, the runs are quick. Like, they usually only take you at, like, most 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think I had
unless you're lit.
I think I...
Yeah, I was going to say, what?
I think I had some that hit, like, 20 minutes or so when I had a deep run. And because I played, like, a combination, I think, of both of you guys. Like, I wasn't super slow by any means. Like, I wasn't methodical. But I don't know. I tried to put some thought into it as far as, like, how I was moving and shifting around the map. And, like, I don't know. Ultimately, I would just strategize myself to death, though.
So a thing I praise about Ring of Pain is how simple and quick it is. Like, this definitely feels like a game I could put down and like pick up a month later and just play like a couple runs. I would maybe have to remember what some of the items do, but the mechanics are very simple in it. And because of that, I actually have been playing a little bit of this on xCloud, and it's a really solid xCloud game. Something I can just pop in, do like a 15-minute run, like a run or two, because I have some time to kill, and then be done with it.
I feel like the fact that you didn't beat it just makes it feel kind of hopeless. Because you
Jeez.
beat like every game. So it's just like, well, might as well not try.
I mean, I will say I probably didn't put as much effort in this because I was just getting just a little frustrated with it.
I do wish they would do touch controls for it if they're gonna for xCloud, because still waiting on that backbone. If anybody out there's listening, just saying. But I don't have a controller that's Bluetooth, so anywho, I don't play with anything other than touch controls unless I'm playing on my console. But I already have this downloaded on my console, so I didn't need xCloud there. I imagine it could come to it. It seems like it'd be easy enough to port over, and like it's slow.
They just added like 20 games with touch controls.
Although
that was one of them.
I would just like it to be a full on like touch control at that point, where I didn't even need like control options. I could just like touch on the screen, like almost like this would be a good mobile game. Actually, is what I guess I'm saying.
I do agree. I actually feel like it would be a pretty decent mobile game.
I just realized I didn't actually check YouTube to see if anybody beat it.
I mean,
I saw some. I didn't watch the videos though because I didn't want to spoil it.
Oh
but
my
then
gosh.
I know. I guess I should have done my due diligence and try to.
Oh
but
my
no,
gosh.
because I wouldn't want to give spoilers to our listeners anyway.
No, for me.
Oh.
well, you know how to use the YouTube.
You do, yeah. You do your own homework.
I know, but what I'm saying is I forgot. And if you saw that there, because
forgot how
I
to
was
do
telling
YouTube?
you all the time, like, oh, I wonder what the ending is. And I love spoilers.
It is. Liz literally cannot keep whenever she buys a present for Christmas or someone's birthday. She's like, "Do you want to know what I got you? Do you
No,
want to know?"
I am doing so good. Your birthday's in a couple days. You have an idea, but you don't know.
He just doesn't know what color it is yet. That's all.
But what did you guys overall think of the enemies?
I thought they were kind of interesting-ish. Like you said, they got kind of weird, and I didn't really know what things were, so I just made up my own names for them, like the Donnie Darko guy.
Which I don't know why. I like you called him the Donnie Darko guy, but where the guy clearly is like putting his hands in his head and ripping his head open.
I don't know.
And you're like, he looks like a bunny, and it's like, no, he doesn't.
What's that guy? Where is?
He's the one that keeps going in a circle.
Oh.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah, and he'll attack you every time he passes you.
I didn't realize that the one in the companion room where you could talk to him, the super hefty guy, because the owl too. You can't if you attack the owl, he'll probably kill you. Mm-hmm. But you can talk to them. I didn't realize I could talk to him. And then also like I made fun of Andrew for going after that creature in what was that game?
Procession to Calvary.
Yep. And there was an achievement for killing dogs and frogs, or just the dogs, and I needed the souls, and it happened.
Let me explain this to our listeners because I want to throw Liz under the bus here.
Whoa, we all did it.
There's a room, yeah, but you did it heartlessly. There's a room where there's a very scary looking monster and a bunch of cute frogs and dogs. You can talk to the scary monster, and he tells you, kill the frogs and dogs, and I'll give you a reward. Liz didn't know you could talk to the guy, so Liz is just murdering the dogs and frogs and not taking the reward. She was just murdering them for fun.
Okay,
I would do it for the
pretty
reward.
good
Do you know
reward,
what? I ended up getting it eventually.
What
Do you
I
get more
told
than-
her.
Do you get more than one if you
No,
go back to him?
he always gives you the fur coat.
But you still get the souls, and I needed more money.
I just think it's funny. You just murdered
I
dogs and
felt
frogs.
bad about it, and I didn't really look when I was doing it. Although the noises were sad, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I like to give you an achievement.
Yeah, I think I did it on my first run, but I had looked through the achievements and I saw that was in there. So it's like, oh, okay, I guess I got to do that.
I'm on a watch list. I'm on like a sociopath watch list.
Because you kill them and don't pick up the reward. You're like, killing them was
But
the
you know
reward.
what? You can blame me for just trying to make it in that world. But I mean, the creators are the one that made it so that, you had to kill dogs for an achievement.
I guess.
Why shame on me? Shame on them.
Because it's true. They shouldn't give you reward.
Yeah, I suppose. But I thought
They should have made it so you lose health or something. So I'm not the bad guy in this.
I will say, I thought the enemies were cool. My biggest complaint, though, is I wish the cards, like when you fight the enemy cards, I wish their stats were actually displayed on it. Like you got to see their health, but in order to actually see like their actual stats, you had to like press up on the D-pad and like pause the game and like observe their card. It just seemed like unnecessary. It's like I wish they just had them displayed.
Yeah, I could see that. That would have been a nice kind of quality of life thing. I didn't. I wouldn't describe it as pausing the game because again, the game is sort of always paused.
Yeah, you go to observer mode. So
Yeah,
that's what I wanted to say.
But I don't know. It was a minor inconvenience, I guess, at most. And usually I kind of got to a point where I at least you had an idea of what everything was at, because I don't think it's diverse enough that you're like, you don't know what the characters are. You're like, whoa, I've never seen that one. Like, by the time I was done playing this game, I think I had seen every character I was going to see. At least I think I did. I don't know. Aside from maybe like a boss creature or something like that.
Oh no, I've discovered some new creatures still.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough then.
But I mean, like a lot of them a lot are kind of similar. You got your slimes, you got your guys splitting their heads open that Keith thinks is a bunny. Mm-hmm. You got your blobs,
the spitters.
You got your rats, you got your dogs.
Oh, I called those ones Medusas.
Which one? The dogs?
No, the spitters.
You mean the guy with the big like turkey neck?
Yeah.
Why do you look like Medusa?
I don't know, it looked like it had like a snake body to me.
All right. You're seeing some different things than me.
Yeah. I see the world through my own lenses, Andrew.
I thought the creature designs in the world overall are really impressive. Like, it's very kind of morbid looking. Like, they're all very grotesque. It reminds me, I don't know, some of our listeners may remember. Do you remember the old Flash cartoon Salad Fingers?
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, Salad Fingers.
Honestly, it looks like it's kind of the same art style.
It's a little bit... It's slightly different, but I see what you're saying. And it is weird because...
In this, the game's black and white. Salad Fingers had color. These are black and white.
No, they're not.
I think...
There's some color to them.
Yeah,
it's
green and black.
It's... I don't know. All I know is that you don't really know... Or what I was going to say is you don't really notice it unless you actually look at the cards. It is that, like, nothing is overly, like, grotesque, really, until you're, like, stop and look at it. And you're like, oh, that's really weird looking. Like the guy ripping his head open, apparently. I don't know. Thought it just looked like some weird bunny ears that were attached to the body. I didn't know what was going on. But then Andrew pointed it out, and I stopped and I looked and went, oh yeah, that's the guy ripping his head open. So it's some interesting stuff, but I think they're pretty cool.
I didn't really look that deeply at them. I was more looking at the bar underneath to see what damage they're gonna do. So yeah, I don't really remember what some of them looked like. But the owl was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, and you don't even see his final form.
It's like Big Bird.
He gets even creepier.
What is it in the nude? Do you see owl butthole?
Yep.
That's just turn around. Look at my butthole.
No, you find out that
gosh.
he has a different mouth, and it's pretty creepy.
Is it a butthole?
No, it is not. I mean, if a butthole has teeth, he's cracking himself up with these jokes.
This has gone too far.
No, you've gone too far. You're the only one doing this.
I know, but you were the one who started it.
It was like one episode.
I'm stealing your.
I regret bringing up the owl.
But like the environments, unfortunately, like I don't know. Did you guys notice the backgrounds were changing?
Kind of, not really. Not really, no.
And that's what I think is disappointing.
The gates changed. They went like to like a rectangle instead of like curved.
Yeah, I did notice.
But I don't remember the backgrounds.
Well, yeah, if you actually looked in the background, it first starts off, you are in a nest. So you see twigs everywhere, and the gates to the exits are twigs. And then eventually it becomes like stone. And then you kind of go to a stone world. Then it becomes swampy, so then there's like moss on the doors. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I did kind of notice that.
Yeah, so like the overall graphics like on the background are unfortunately really disappointing. It's nice looking when you actually pause and look at it, but it's like so samey that you just ignore it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at all. Kind of sad.
Yeah, like as you're talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely remember all of those things, but I didn't put a lot of thought into it, I guess, as it was happening. It's just kind of carried on. What was my next room going to bring me? Hopefully lots of treasures and goodness.
It usually didn't.
No, it usually brought sadness and death.
It brought pain.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
It-
You think that's how I got its name?
so one thing that I thought was kind of interesting though is like when you look at, I guess like the cover art for the game, it didn't look like it was all that creepy. Like it looked like a cute little bird. And
what are you talking about? No,
I
it's
thought
not
it looked
super
I
creepy.
thought it looked like a cute
It's
little bird.
eyes.
Yeah, there's something weird in those eyes.
I don't know. But I thought
I don't think anyone would agree with you that it's cute.
well, like if nothing else, I guess I mean like it was gonna be like cartoony, and it wasn't. I don't know. That's what my initial thought of it was gonna be.
I don't know. I always got a creepy. The game literally is called Ring of Pain, and you're like, that bird's cute. This must be a pleasant game.
Yeah, thought it'd be a good one.
No, it's just nothing but morbid and like eerie, which is conveyed super well with the music.
Yeah, so I was listening to the sound. As I say, I was listening to the soundtrack on it. It's on Spotify. It is there.
Is it really?
Yep. It's
Why?
I don't
Who would?
I don't
Who's like, I'm going to play this during a dinner party?
Yeah, I had it playing while I was making dinner. I was listening to it. There was some interesting stuff to it.
What'd you make for dinner?
I made chili.
Ooh.
It was-
Oh, so you were visiting a different Ring of Pain.
no, I didn't make it very spicy. But anyways,
I kind of liked the music. I kind of liked it. I thought it fit the mood.
It did, but this is definitely a game you do not
know
really
what's-
listen to.
Yeah, but that's kind of great though, because I feel like the last game I had to listen to, and in this game it's like you can have some podcast going in the back or something. And so that's kind of nice.
yeah. See, I didn't really pay attention to the music while it was happening, but when I was listening to the soundtrack a little, it is pretty nice. But it's very backgroundy. It's not like music.
Like study music.
Maybe
What are you studying with this
she's
music?
studying strategies,
Forensic psychology. I don't know.
or strategy for how
No,
to beat
but-
Ring of Pain.
It did kind of remind me of like there was this old like study music playlist, and it wasn't dark and gloomy, but it kind of reminded me of like the vibe. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. I just at least appreciated that. Yeah, you don't need to listen to music. It was nice. It was nice ambiance. But yeah, as Liz said, you could just listen to a podcast. Like even there's no dialogue. The creatures make some weird scratchy noises, but you don't need to listen to it.
Yeah, nothing's sneaking up on you. So as far as
Yeah,
like,
Liz was not
gameplay-
screaming this time.
The spitters, you can see them spitting at you, and it affects your health. So you know that.
It spoiler alert. It doesn't give you health either. It takes it away. That's how it affects your health. Is it takes it down.
Some hot tips right there.
Just here for the listeners.
But one thing I thought was kind of cool with Ring of Pain, I actually thought the achievements were pretty solid.
They were popping up. I was
Yeah.
really excited.
Oh, there's
This game's just
tons of achievements.
throwing-
There's 99 in total.
Oh, is it real? I thought there was like 60. I didn't realize it was 99.
Yeah,
I knew
because
there
I
was
got a
lot.
bunch, and I only had like I don't know how many I have now, but at one point I had a ton, and I only had like 100, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're all very, very small amounts. I mean, I agree. It's awesome because they just keep popping up all over the place. But yeah, there is a lot of them. So out of 99, I think I got like only like 40 maybe.
I mean, that's still impressive. 40 out of 99.
It might have been. I'm probably exaggerating.
The nice thing about the achievements too is like every time you're getting these achievements, it's actually unlocking new items that you can unlock in the game. So it's like, oh, if you do a specific thing like doing a certain damage or killing the frogs, like there'll be a new item that'll now appear in the world. So I only got 35 out of 99 achievements.
Oh, I got
so
33. Sorry. I told you I was exaggerating. I only got 200 points.
Just beat you. And I just got I just started to beat you from this last run.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm only at 220 gamer score with 35 achievements, sorry.
Can you see mine?
Oh, Liz, you got 22 achievements with 115 gamer score.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I do not recommend this game for achievement hunters, but I don't like the achievements overall weren't too ridiculous. Like when you actually look at them, like they're actually all very manageable. Some of them you just got to try for. Like one, you like don't attack any enemies for 6 rooms, which really isn't that difficult. You just got to know about it. So yeah, not for achievement hunters, but overall the achievements were actually kind of fun.
That's kind of a waste because if you're not getting, I mean, I feel like you would have to lose that round.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did not win it, but I got a gamer score.
Which one was it again?
To not like attack any enemies for like 6 rooms in a row.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to do the one where Oh yeah, I was trying to do that one and not drinking any potions for the first 6 rooms, I think.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, I think the key is if you can get lucky early on, is getting that item where it's like you can get the like 100% stealth. You just get that and then just zip by everything to the exits, and I think you can go pretty far.
Or you get +1 health when you kill.
Well, then you.
It's a good
then
one.
that's not gonna help you if you're trying not to kill anything, Liz.
No, you said that you
The
had
potion one.
the potion one.
Oh, for the potion one, I was talking about the one for. Yes, for the potion one too. I think both of them would work for the potion one if you have the stealth though.
But anyway, getting into our final thoughts here. So as I said, for me, this game's just barely a game. I enjoyed my time with it. I don't think this is something you want to like sit down and invest a ton of time with. It's pretty difficult just because I think it relies too much on luck. From time to beat that I've seen, it's obviously kind of inaccurate, but you're looking at like 17 hours, a good 30 hours plus if you're looking to 100% this game. But like I said, a lot of it is on luck. I thought that, the environment of the game is cool. I liked, the art style. The gameplay is pretty fun. It's just, I hate losing. And it wasn't because it was like, oh, I know I screwed up there. I just felt like I lost because the game decided I lost. So that part wasn't fun. But overall, I didn't hate my time with it. I think I'm going to give it a 70.
So, I'm still kind of in a weird place in terms of it's a game, but it lost its luster for me. I never really, really loved Ring of Pain. I thought it was fun from the start because I think we talked about it. It was simple. It's easy to pick up. It's got some complications to it or some kind of different aspects of it, but overall, it's easy to play. And I like turn-based card games. Those are kind of fun. Think of like Slay the Spire or Monster Train or something like that. So it's not anywhere near as good as those games are, but it is fun, and I think it's worth playing if you like the style of play. If you don't, then I don't know. Probably don't waste your time in it. It's not going to be the game for everybody. But I think I give it a 7. No, I'll give it an 81 actually.
Jeez.
I think I'm going to give it a 78. I don't know. I was going to give it an 80, but I was like, there's some games that had way more depth that I've given an 80 that I enjoyed equally, that just had more. I don't know. I'm going to give it a 78. Why not? For all the reasons that I said earlier. And looking at Metacritic, Andrew, you looked it up for me earlier. It's TBD for Xbox, correct?
Yeah, because this just hit console.
So then Andrew was kind enough to pull up for PC, and it's 74 and 7.2. So it's in the 70 range. So.
And unfortunately, because I'm a dummy, I did not post this on our Facebook, so we did not get any user reviews.
Oh, jeez.
My bad.
Andrew's going into the ring of embarrassment.
Andrew, you've been giving lower scores lately. I definitely think we have to switch up the games because.
Yes, we really do. I really want to play a game with actually some substance here. Keith,
Ouch!
Keith, you're not picking games for a while.
So we're gonna do Forza.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I get a week off.
That's why Liz is excited.
But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for us this week. If you have any game suggestions, please email us at gamepassgrabbag@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook at Game Pass Grab Bag, where we will post the pictures of games we were playing. Please, if you just played the game, give us a review. We'll read it on the podcast.
If you post it.
Thank you, Liz. We're also on Twitter at GBGBpod, and that's about it. And, we might have a present coming up for some people.
We do?
Stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Are we not doing that? Are we not giving them out now? Are you hoarding them?
Yes, I'm keeping all of them. You made an ill-advised mistake mailing them to my house. They will go nowhere now. That's all I have to say. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
And I'm Liz the Noob, gamertag coming up Dean. I'm on Twitter at Liz the Noob. Noob is EW.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much. We love you all, and we'll see you again next week, hopefully.
Bye, guys.